It's the summer of love and the moon's in the sky, but it's out later because of daylight savings. I don't know how to finish this song or how to rhyme, so I'm just gonna say the title, Summer of Love. It's the summer of love. Not 12 nights of love, just to clarify, because some people might hear love twice and think, oh, is it that? But it's not, because that was earlier in February and that wasn't summer. But this is in June, so technically it's the summer, even though there are some kids that still have to go to school, and even colleges, depending on what kind of college you go to and the region that you're in, you might actually still be in school, so it isn't technically summer when these episodes are coming out. Depending on when you're watching them, you might actually be in summer if you're watching them later on during the month of love. Hey guys, it is with a heavy heart that I say that this is the last episode of Summer of Love, but it's okay because don't worry, as I said in the last episode of Summer of Love, we are doing Halloween in July next month, so we're moving on from dating sims to do more horror games, and some of them actually are dating sims. So just thank you all so much for watching Summer of Love with us. Thank you so much for putting up with these delays and just seeing the multiple amounts of episodes that have been released in over the last few weeks or so. So today we're doing Grand Old Academy. And it is just like with the True Love Presidents Edition, we get to date some presidents. Okay, so let's see what in the heck is going to happen here. Grand Old Academy, the most prestigious private boarding school in the United States, rich with history and tradition, the alma mater of hundreds of the world's most powerful men and women. The type of school that no student could even dream of enrolling in unless they had incredible amounts of talent, connections, or money, preferably all three. The grandest, the oldest, Grand Old Academy. Oh wait, I'm the main character. My new school. That'll be 28 even. So who am I? Oh god, I'm her. What? I'm America. You're fair. You owe me $28. Oh, right. Sorry. The taxi driver's words snapped me back into reality. I was standing in front of the main gate of Grand Old Academy, gazing for the first time upon what was going to be my new home. I looked through my pocketbook as the cab driver retrieved my 2 suitcases and set them down on the curb beside me. He slammed the trunk of the cab shut, the loud metallic thunk making me jump. I took an embarrassingly long time to count out $28 from the wallet of unfamiliar currency in my hands. Finally, I had the proper amount, and I handed it to him with a relieved smile. The driver took the bills, looked them over, and stuffed them into his pocket. I picked up my suitcases and took a deep breath. That was it. The crucial moment. The start of... Ahem. I glanced over at the driver, who was still standing on the curb beside me, looking at me expectantly. My mind began to race. What did he need? Had I done something wrong? Was I forgetting? Oh, what tip? I need to tip you. Well, if you insist. I opened my pocketbook again and began scrambling through it. I was so overwhelmed with embarrassment that it took me 3 tries just to get my money out. My clumsy, numb fingers betraying me. I'm so sorry. I'm from wait, what? Wait, what? But you're America. What? I just got off the plane this morning. This is my very first time being in the United States, or anywhere outside of Japan, for that matter. What? I wasn't even paying attention to what I was saying. My mouth was just acting on its own, replacing the awkward silence with equally awkward chatter. I frantically tried to pick out a $5 bill, but all the bills looked the same to me. The scowling green faces of men I didn't recognize looked up at me, disapproving, judgmental. Also, apparently I just can't speak words. If you can't even figure this out, how are you going to survive at the academy? They seem to silently ask me with their stern frowns. At last, I found a bill that had a 5 on it. I quickly handed it to the cab driver, glad to be free of the gaze of the angry, bearded man on it. Oh, angry Lincoln. The driver seemed a bit taken aback. Well, thank you very much, miss. And welcome to America. He quickly got into his cab and drove off. I was suddenly struck with a pang of uncertainty. Was that a 5 that I just gave him? Or was that a 50? I had the feeling that it was going to be a long semester. Oh, hey! Alright, well, it's a party! Hey, hey, hey. Grand old party! I somehow gathered up enough courage to walk through the gate. I emerged into an immaculately manicured quad, crisscrossed with busy sidewalks. I had seen pictures of the campus when I was applying, but I still feel a bit overwhelmed. It was so much bigger than I expected. Dozens of students walked by, some striding purposely, some strolling casually and talking with friends, some dawdling and enjoying the pleasant weather. None of them seemed to take notice of me, which was just fine by me. I was holding one suitcase in each hand, clutching the handle so hard that my knuckles were turning white. I felt as if these bags, the only familiar objects in this strange place, were all that was tethering me to this earth. I was afraid that if I let go of them, I'd float away. Maybe across the ocean, back to Japan. Or maybe off the face of the planet altogether.
Hey, over here!
I was snapped out of my reverie by a cheerful, high-pitched voice. I turned my head and saw a short blonde girl with perfectly coiffed hair waving at me. Hello? She ran over to me and beamed.
You must be the new transfer student, right?
Oh, yes. How did you know?
Well, your luggage was my first clue.
Oh, right. The girl giggled and held out her hand.
My name is... Damn it. My name's Megan Kelly. I'm going to be your roommate for the rest of the year.
I reluctantly sat down my bags to shake her hand, and would you look at that? I didn't float away after all. I'm Mori America, but I suppose you already knew that. It's nice to meet you. Megan smiled and clapped her hands together.
We're going to have so much fun together this year, I just know it. Come on, Maury, let's get you to our room. I'll help you with your bags.
Thank you. I fought back the urge to bow, reminding myself that I was in the United States now. I handed Megan the smaller of my suitcases, and we began walking through the quad. Mori is my family name, by the way. You can call me by my given name, America.
Oh, that's right. Japanese is one of those backwards name languages. That makes more sense, actually. When I first read the email about getting a new roommate, I remember that thinking America was a weird last name, especially for a Japanese person. Not that it's exactly a common first name either, I suppose.
Megan led me past imposing brick academic buildings, exceptionally tended lawns, and spacious courtyards. Grand Old Academy certainly was... grand.
And that building over there?
Coming through.
How rude.
What was that?
That's Donald, the biggest jerk in the whole academy. He only transferred in at the beginning of the year, but he already acts like he owns the place.
I noticed that Megan had clenched her free hand into a tight fist.
And the worst part is, his act is actually working. He's one of the most popular kids in the debate club, even though all he does is insult his opponents.
Megan's face was flushed, and she was breathing more heavily than was warranted by this stroll across the quad. She obviously harbored strong feelings for Donald. Eventually, Megan shook off her anger and returned to her cheerful baseline. Nearly all of the students we passed waved at Megan or shouted a happy greeting to her, and she responded to all of them in kind.
So why did your parents name you America anyway? Did they always expect you that you'd end up in this country someday?
That's actually a coincidence. In Japanese, America phonetically means delicate flower.
Oh, neat.
I guess. There was a moment of silence. I wondered if I should say something to break it.
I'm gonna ask Megan about herself.
So, what are you studying here at the academy?
Political science and law. I'm not sure what I want to do after I graduate, but I'll probably be in one of those fields. Most high schools in the United States don't offer classes in law, just another reason why Grand Old Academy is so special. Plus, the fact that it's a boarding school and that it only has 3 grade levels.
Is that not normal? All high schools in Japan have 3 grades.
In the United States, regular high schools have 4.
Huh. That seems so strange to me.
What are schools like in Japan? No, what's everything like in Japan? I want you to tell me all about it.
Megan's face looked so eager. I don't know how I could possibly tell her everything I knew about my home country, but her enthusiasm made me want to try. I'll do my best.
And of course, I'll answer any questions you have about the United States.
Sounds like a good deal. Megan continued her tour, her energy and enthusiasm showing no sign of waning.
That's Keystone Dorm, and that's Independence Hall Academic... That's Keystone Dorm, and that's the Independence Hall Academy building behind it. Over there are Green Mountain Dorm and Granite Dorm.
There sure are a lot of dorms.
Yeah, there's 50 of them.
50?
Well, most of them are pretty small. Equality Dorm only houses about 20 students, for example, but the biggest one, like Golden Dorm, have over 1,000.
Wow!
We'll be living in Sunshine Dorm, which is the 3rd largest and the furthest south on campus. Well, Aloha Dorm is technically further south, but it's not part of the... That's terrible.
This dorm system sounded like it would be hard to get the hang of.
Speaking of Sunshine Dorm, here we are.
Megan pointed at an imposing L-shaped brick building that was accented with white columns and pink stucco. The nervousness that I felt earlier was beginning to return. What if I didn't like my room? What if I couldn't find my classes? What if...
Marco, Jeb, hi guys.
I was snapped out of my panic by Megan's cheerful shout, and my nerves settled back down. I followed Megan's gaze and saw two students dressed in fencing gear, sparring on the front lawn of the dorm. The taller of the two lowered his foil to wave at Megan. Seizing his chance, the shorter student darted in and landed a blow in the center of his opponent's chest with his foil.
Hit.
I don't know. I know who that is. I've never thought of doing a Marco Rubio impression. Oof. Nice one. The shorter student removed his mask, grabbed a bottle of water off the grass, and took a swig. He was, well, in a word, he was gorgeous. He had beautiful brown eyes, delicate lips, and heart-stopping cheekbones. Somehow his hair was perfectly styled, even after being under his fencing mask. His brow was shining with sweat, and in the afternoon sunlight it looked almost as if he was sparkling.
That was a dirty trick, Marco.
No, he saw an opportunity and he took it, just like I taught him. As he said this, he took off his mask too. Like Marco, he had brown eyes, but instead of sultriness, this student's eyes exuded warmth. He wasn't exactly handsome, but his face had a sort of awkward charm to it. He reminded me of a puppy. He was sweating a bit more than Marco, but instead of making him sparkle, it just matted his hair to his forehead.
You're the best mentor a guy could ask for, Jeb. You're the best mentor a guy could ask for, Jeb.
And you're the best student. They high-fived. It seems like something the two of them would actually do.
And just how long is that attitude gonna last once you two start debating against each other?
Megan's comment was playful, and the boys chuckled. We agreed that we're not going to attack each other no matter how intense the debates get.
Jeb knows I've got his back, and I know he's got mine.
They high-fived again.
And who's this lovely lady accompanying you, Megan?
I felt blood rushing to my face as soon as I heard Marco call me lovely. And good lord, that smile.
Kinda hurts my eyes a little bit. It hurts my eyes just a little bit.
I tried to formulate a response, but I couldn't piece together any words. Luckily, Megan came to my rescue.
This is Maury America. She's my new roommate.
Oh, of course. It's nice to meet you, Miss America.
A pleasure.
Should I give you a tour of...
I've got it covered for now, Jeb. Let's not overwhelm America on our first day.
Right. Well, I'm sure to talk to you soon, America. The two of them redonned their masks, picked up their foils, and resumed fencing stances. Megan led me to the front door of the dorm. They seemed nice. Jeb and Marco, right?
Yep, those two are inseparable. They're both on the fencing team, both in debate club, and they're co-RAs of the Sunshine Dorm. Marco's only a first year, but Jeb pulled some strings to get him into the position.
Megan held the door open for me, but I stopped dead in my tracks right before entering. Wait, they're the RAs of this dorm?
Yeah, what's wrong?
But they're boys!
Yes.
The dorms. Co-ed? Bum bum bum.
Yeah, all the dorms at the academy are. Is that a problem?
My head swam. Back in Japan, I never would have imagined living in a co-ed dorm.
Relax, it's not a big deal. Each floor is still divided by gender. Girls on the odd floors and boys on the even floors.
That made me feel a little bit better, but still, I had never so much as held hands with a boy back home. And now, I'd be living in the same building as them. I noticed that Megan was looking at me with concern, so I tried my best to play it cool. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Totally, not a big deal. Not gonna stress about it.
Trust me, America, you'll have a great time living here.
She patted my shoulder with her free hand, looked deep into my eyes, and smiled. I felt encouraged, assuaged, accepted. I took my first step into the Sunshine Dorm. The coolness of the high-ceilinged hallways was a welcome relief from the surprisingly warm February afternoon outside. Megan led me up 2 flights of stairs and a bit further down another hallway. She stopped, then pointed at one of those doors.
This is it?
The plain wooden door was adorned with a simple dry erase whiteboard with Megan Kelly and Maury America written on it in neat block letters. Megan pulled an eagle-shaped keychain out of her pocket and unlocked the door. As an afterthought, she took one of the other keys off the ring and tossed it to me.
Here's your key. Don't lose it.
I nodded and slipped the key into my pocket, making a mental note to get a keychain of my own soon. I followed Megan into her room. No, I corrected myself. Not her room. Our room. They grow up so fast. America grows up so fast.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap things up here. Don't you worry, because I definitely want to get back to this game. This is already intriguing me, and I don't know where it's gonna go from here. If we get the chance to choose even more presidents and stuff like that. But yeah, so we got to the room. Oh my God, that's Paul Ryan! Everybody, it's Paul Ryan! I need to calm down. I need to calm down because I have to thank you all. I already did, but I have to really thank you all again from the bottom of my heart for watching these episodes of Summer of Love. And please stay tuned for more stuff on this channel. And in August, we will be getting back to all of these games and try to complete any of them, not just the political ones, all the other ones too, and complete any of them that we have yet to complete. All right. Thank you all so much. Paul Ryan's over there, guys. I can't look at Paul Ryan. I have to look at all of you. Thank you all. Love you guys. So happy that you watched this with me and that you were here with me throughout all of these different Summer of Love episodes. And please stay tuned for Halloween in July and how that's going to take over the entire month. But we'll talk about that more in the July update. Okay, so I'm not looking at Paul Ryan. Goodbye, everyone. And please stay tuned for some more of this on another day. All right, guys. So it's been a fun month. It's been an intense month, but it's been fun. So see you.